Oh, hi there. You may have heard about the drama surrounding the Internet Archive over the last few years. They're currently fighting a lawsuit that's been called an existential threat to all libraries, media preservation, and an affront to fair use, while its detractors believe the archive knowingly and blatantly violated copyright law en masse. So what's going on?
Even if you are legally in the wrong, I think morally and ethically they were in the right, okay? This is a period of time where they were distributing content that probably ended up maybe saving lives down the road, especially if they were assisting the medical field. So I don't think that there was a moral and ethical issue involved in it. I also believe that the Internet Archive and the Wayback Machine is so important for actual preservation because other than this, there are no other projects, okay? People forget how valuable a service like this is until they lose millions upon millions of books that have never been preserved, okay?
Meantime, if the ruling stands, this could be a devastating precedent for many American libraries whose digital lending programs depend on the same interpretation of US copyright law pioneered by the Internet Archive. Controlled Digital Lending, or CDL, argues that libraries should be allowed to digitize physical books that they have lawfully purchased and to lend out DRM-protected digital copies in direct proportion to the physical copies that they have in storage. This is one way that libraries skirt restrictive and prohibitively expensive digital licenses. However, the Internet Archive's lawyers seemed optimistic about the appeal, and it is typically the lower courts who make decisions about the facts of the case, while the upper courts make decisions about the interpretation of the law and the need to ensure that it serves the public interest.
Hey there guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's a short video. The Internet Archive is losing, well, it lost its lawsuit with a major book publisher, and this could be the end of the internet itself. That sounds dramatic. It's not. It really isn't. The Guerrilla Open Access Manifesto, if you haven't read it, you should. A lot of things should be open to the public. That's why JSTOR and stuff like that has looked very negatively in the eye of the public. Why do you have to pay for it if it's supposed to be open to the public, right? If you don't know what the Internet Archive is, it's this awesome database like library, right? Of all of the archives of the internet. So you can go and look at YouTube from 2005. You can go and look at cool math games from 10 years ago. It's really awesome, and it's an archive, like it's in the name. And we might lose that archive because of greedy companies wanting to be little take it out on the little guy because some people upload stuff that's still technically being sold. Now, I do think there are better solutions than to just sue them into oblivion, and if they fall, they fall. These companies should be responsible for leaving the internet in a better state than what they started in. A lot of these companies just do not care what they do and what effects that their decisions might have on people. They don't care, and that's a problem. Every company is like that these days. So anti-consumer, so anti-this, so anti-that. Like, we are literally living in George Orwell's 1984. We're in the beginning of the end of this country. If you like that or not, change it. You have the power to change it. Stop buying this stuff from the companies. Stop getting fisted. That's the craziest part. People will just take the fisting from these companies and just be like, okay, that's crazy. Like, we are in such a bad state of a country that you're not even allowed to sell your car now. Certain cars you can't sell in the used market. That's crazy. If I wanted to not own anything, I would move to Russia. This is supposed to be the United States, yet we have Russians with more rights than we do. What people need to be doing is anything that you find important to you, you need to download it and keep it on your computer and start your own archive page of stuff that you want to stay archived. The only recommendation I would give is make sure it's something that's not currently for sale. So like if it's something that's still being sold and you want to put this offer up on there, don't do that because that is copyright infringement. But if it's something that's not being sold, like an old Nintendo game, even though Nintendo will try to go after you, technically our laws are so outdated that, you know, whatever. You're supposed to be protected because they're no longer being sold. Start archiving stuff from the archive.org because it might not exist within a couple of years. So, no, that's it. Peace. God bless America.